Tenement 2025 explained theories, meaning, and hidden themes. Tenement is the kind of horror movie that creeps up on you, quietly, patiently, and then refuses to leave. It's a fascinating introduction to Cambodian horror, effectively blending the supernatural with deeply human pain. At its core, the story begins with a woman returning to her late mother's apartment, which slowly unravels into something much bigger and darker. Theory: inheritance of trauma. One of the most striking theories presented is that the evil spirit in Tenement symbolizes generational trauma. The protagonist is haunted not by something new, but by the burdens her mother carried but could never confront: war, displacement, and survival. Returning to her mother's apartment isn't merely a visit, it's reopening an old wound. The insistence of the residents that she belongs reflects how communities can pass down trauma like an inheritance. In her quest to understand her mother's past, she inadvertently awakens these buried memories, which seem to want her next. The cycle of haunting emphasizes that this cycle can end only if she refuses to accept her assigned role. Theory: cultural dislocation and identity. Another layer to the narrative can be viewed through identity. The protagonist, being Japanese Cambodian, is caught between two cultures, struggling to find her place. The tenement acts as a powerful symbol of this tension. It feels hostile to outsiders, yet is obsessed with the concept of belonging. Within its hallways, every whispered ritual forces her to confront her identity and the parts of herself she's denied. As the protagonist's boyfriend seems to grow more foreign the longer they stay, the building's acceptance comes at a cost, demanding pieces of her identity in return. This tension leads to the horror of assimilation, where fitting in begins to feel like a form of possession. Theory: the tenement as a living memory. A compelling theory suggests that the building itself embodies a living memory, not just haunted by ghosts, but a ghost in its own right. The walls retain everything that's occurred within: births, deaths, whispered secrets, and overwhelming grief. When the protagonist names her mother, the very structure reacts, suggesting the past is not dead, but rather lingers in places waiting for someone to remember. This idea presents a haunting but poignant reality: that history persists as the past doesn't dissolve when individuals do. Theory: community as cult. Another intriguing perspective is community as control. Although the residents appear kind and generous, their warmth conceals a suffocating truth. They offer safety, but it often serves as a trap. Their rituals disguise conformity that may demand a sacrifice of one's identity for the sake of harmony. By the conclusion, when the protagonist begins to mirror their empty smiles, peaceful yet devoid of essence, it leaves viewers questioning whether she has truly survived or unwittingly joined them. Art as exorcism. Tenement delves into the theme of art as a form of exorcism. The protagonist, a manga artist, creates illustrations that blur the lines between imagination and haunting. Her drawings appear to come alive, channeling the legacy left by her mother. This haunting might symbolize artistic expression and the consequences of delving deep into inherited pain. Completing her manga represents more than storytelling. It signifies an act of ritualistic catharsis through ink and memory. The film posits that art becomes a powerful vehicle for confronting the innermost fears and traumas that words often fail to encapsulate. Last words. In essence, Tenement uncovers the persistence of the past, how history embeds itself within us, regardless of our efforts to suppress it. It addresses themes of family, identity, belonging, and the perils of silence. Full analysis at Dark Film Tenement Theories /